You mentioned Groshek. I mean, he's clearly the oldest guy in that room, in the running back room. What has he provided in terms of leadership this offseason and as you guys get ready for the season now?
He's, you know what? He's a guy that is, it's sometimes it's hard to not just be in the moment for yourself, and to see things only in relation to how it affects you and what the outcome is for you or what your results are. He kind of sees the big picture. I think probably dates back to being a quarterback and being a leader of a team coming through high school, but he had that early on. And I think it's a special quality. He's able to get a pulse of an offense, of a team. He's able to unite guys across position groups, across the side of the ball. And he knows, like, leadership isn't just going to be him. So he does a really good job of incorporating guys in to share the same message. And he affects his team in a lot of different ways, and leadership being a big one.
You lost 3 guys who started on the line in the Rose Bowl, but just focusing on the center position for a second.
Yeah.
Who are the guys you have right now who you expect to be able to use whether it's one guy full-time or if injuries, if you have to play around a little bit, who's working at that spot?
Yeah, well, coming in, I was thinking I had Caden Lyles was always someone I thought could play in that spot and do a really good job. Cormac Sampson was a guy that had played tight end extensively last year, but I think one game he actually played tight end and center in the same game, maybe towards the end, like got a snap or two. So he had been training there. Joe Tipman was a guy that was working that position and trying to kind of get the snapping down. And Blake Smithback was a guy that had played in games at the center position. So that was kind of coming into this group of practices. And as we got closer, Caden battled his tail off, and he's been a few things off-season wise where he wasn't there for the bowl, and he's battling to get back. And I like where he is right now. I really do. And I'm really impressed with him as a kid and as a competitor to get himself in position to compete for this job. And he's doing a great job of competing. And so is Cormac Sampson. Like, Cormac's doing a great job and learning. So I think there's great competition there, and we'll end up with a really good center. And I'm proud of both of those guys for being where they're at right now. And then with those guys and how quickly they were kind of coming along, and Caden being healthy enough that I thought this is real. I allowed Joe I didn't think Joe would get enough reps. And so Blake Smithback will become our third. He'll get in, he's funny, man. Like we tease him a lot in a good way, and he's a tough kid and a competitor, and the guys trust him, and they know he knows. Even if he doesn't get a ton of reps, they know that he knows and they trust him, and that's not an easy thing to find. And those are the 3 guys that I'll rep the most there. And like I said, I'm proud of that group for being where they're at right now. There's some big shoes to fill, but they're making that steady climb.